Welcome to the gas station Cappuccino.
Couple weeks hiatus here.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's first one 2019.
I haven't talked to you guys since last year.
Yeah.
It's not the worst to see somebody. Or like it's a classic December 28th move. All right, see you next year.
Whenever somebody says that,
motherfucker.
when everybody says that to me nowadays, I just act like they didn't even say anything.
I go the other route.
I just totally ignore them.
I go the other route. I go, huh? I go on purpose. Huh? Oh, good one. Act like it's the first time.
One.
Yeah, act like it's the first time I've ever heard it. Oh, huh. That's pretty good. You come up with that yourself?
Yeah, that's a joke that will never go away. Unfortunately.
When'd you think of that one? Just came to you?
Yeah. I thought it was good. Thought it was a good time.
Yeah, it just came to me. Actually, last year, someone said it to me. I've been sitting on it for a year. Just waiting.
Been waiting all year to say that.
Been waiting all year to say that.
So, I mean, a lot has happened since we've been off. I don't even know where to begin. I'm going to start with talking about my best Christmas present that I'm still using. I used last night again. And I see some people starting to post like cooking shit online with it, like on Instagram. It's like a takeover with these damn air fryers.
Air fryers, man. I saw Christy May, the Donuts and Deadlift. She was posting some recipe from an air fryer yesterday on her personal page. Looked like she made like some kind of potato fry salad thing. It looked hella good. I don't remember what it was. I did it in the air fryer. Then mixed it with the salad and vinaigrette stuff later. But dude, what's the best thing you've cooked in the air fryer?
Best thing I've cooked in the air fryer is still chicken wings.
Oh, I love chicken wings
because they're crispy and like they honestly they taste like you just pulled them out of like deep fried oil.
I haven't had wings in it's probably been a couple months. It's my favorite food.
Yeah, I just grab a rack of wings at the grocery store,
stack them and rack them.
Roll them in some baking powder, chili powder, and garlic powder. Toss them in the old air fryer for 10 minutes. Rotate them. Just another like 10 minutes.
Just
done.
Like that.
Done. Crispy, juicy, tender.
Well, you know what we're going to have to do is you're going to have to bring the air fryer in here and we can make some here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be easy. It'd take 25 minutes.
Well,
no, yeah, that'd be a good lunch. I would honestly, it's the ultimate meal prep. That's kind of the segue here, I guess. It's the ultimate meal prep utensil for the house, I think, in 2019. There's no more excuses.
Have you ever meal prepped like a week ahead?
No, I always, if I'm meal prepping, I'm doing like 2-3 days max. Because I'm not trying to eat something that was made like 4 days ago. It's just not going to taste that great. And it's not that hard to do it.
Morning of?
Oh, like even like 2 days before or a day before.
This is what, so I eat pretty clean. I eat pretty good. Bring my own lunches all the time, stuff like that. But I don't prep a week or even a couple days in advance either. So it's the morning of. Like I know we have leftovers from last night and the night before.
Well, that works if you got leftovers.
Well, you just cook so you have leftovers.
You cook it a little extra.
So it's like, okay, it's me, my wife, and our 2 small children. But it's if we're having chicken thighs or whatever, like she's cooks the whole, like all 8 of them, like whatever comes with thing, right? You just cook them all, and then you have leftovers to eat for lunch for the next 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So if you do that, you just cook 2. I guess maybe people do it if they don't cook throughout the week. Like I don't have time during the week to cook.
Yeah, if you're not cooking every night, yeah, it doesn't help.
But it's like honestly, you got to cook 3 to 4 nights a week, and you're straight. If you cook on say Sunday night, Monday night, and then you go the Wednesday night and Friday night, those gap nights you can fill in with leftovers, and you have lunches. So I just go morning of. I just grab a Tupperware and scoop some of the vegetables, some of the meat, ready to rock.
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. If you're cooking every night, for sure.
You know what else? Same kind of thing cracks me up. People talk about weighing their food or like tracking it. They go this. They go, well, it's not the tracking it so much, but it's the weighing it. Like I don't have time to fuck with that. But it's like, all right, hold on. You're taking this meat out of the container it was in and putting it in a Tupperware. Like, yeah. All you got to do is put the Tupperware on the scale and press the tare button before you do it.
Like it takes an extra 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, the whole idea of like, I don't have time to weigh it. You know, it's like they just don't.
No, you have the time.
No, well, they've never done it before, and they don't understand. It's
No,
like, no, you're just that.
It's not like one of those weight scales with like the lead, and you gotta
you gotta add another
out.
pilly, like a triple beam.
Yeah.
Let me add another fucking marble on this side to level it out.
Every time I think of one of those, I think of like the original Scrooge movie. Remember that scene where he's like he's like paying people with like gold? Or
yeah, he's
like,
on his it's his money counting station, right?
Remember that scene?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Why is that like? That's like a creepy scene. That whole movie's fucking creepy.
Yeah, the whole thing's weird.
Anyways,
Yeah. Well, it's like the Belgium siphon brewer.
yeah, it's kind of looks like that.
It's got, because that's what it is. It's got the scale component to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just anyway, that's just the thing. Like, oh man, it's like, no, you just don't want to do it. That's a great example of a self-limiting belief. Like you are creating a box that you are choosing to live in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts.
You know.
That's.
I wish someone was here nearby, so right now I could just light him up about it. Like, now I'm kind of worked up. I want to find. Now I just can't wait till someone says that.
You were hoping I would disagree with you.
No, I didn't think you would disagree because you're a logical person.
I just don't weigh my. I personally, I'm not weighing my food right now.
Oh, I don't right now.
Because, like you said, like it's that's also for very specific goals and different types of nutrition. I just kind of know, like, okay, well, I bought 14 ounces of chicken. I know I can ballpark at least like what each breast is going to be.
Well, that's the catch. Here's another.
As long as I'm getting enough.
Let me give you
where I'm at.
Another with that is they say, well, you know, it's just so tough tracking everything and like measuring stuff, whatever. Because what about when you go out to eat? And it's like, oh, see, that's the type of thing that only someone who hasn't ever weighed and measured would say. Because if you've weighed and measured for even just 1 month of your entire life, you would be able to look at a steak in a restaurant and ballpark the weight. Now, you might be off. You might be off by as much as 20%. Sure. But like
that one meal, that 20% difference is not going to change anything.
Exactly, that one meal. I mean, you talk about like food labels; those things they have like variance of like 10% anyway. So everything you fucking plug in could be off by 10%. So that one meal being off by 20% does not matter. You know, it's like so you're concerned about a situation that you know nothing about, and that's stopping you from doing something that'll guarantee you reach your goals. Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. Well, like, back to the air fryer thing. I'm thinking about it. So last night we had breakfast for dinner. By the way, I'm a big fan of breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, and
I'm a big breakfast for dinner advocate.
Lately, you haven't even been eating breakfast for breakfast.
No, lately I've probably had more. Well, I mean, unless I'm eating at home. I was buying like these things from Rayleigh's and Bel Air, like these little pre-made like eggs and cheese and bacon.
Ooh.
They were like pretty like reasonably priced, and it was like you put it in the microwave for a minute, it's done.
Yeah.
So it's like really quick and convenient.
I like that.
And anyways,
lately I've been having dinner for breakfast.
Yeah, that's probably better. But anyway, so I was eating those for breakfast at home before I'd come into the office or whatever, and then I ran out of those, and I forgot to buy it one time, and now I'm eating.
Now you're on a different routine.
Now I'm eating
the dough bars.
I'm eating the dough bar Rice Krispies for breakfast with either coffee or some kind of drink.
Yeah.
And just really hitting those artificial flavors.
You got to get them in.
You got to get them in. Those protein substitutes, but but bacon in the air fryer is honestly, I think, the only way I can eat bacon now.
How long does that take?
It took.
I want to throw whatever 4 strips in there.
I put in 6. Oh, I'll tell you exactly what I did. I put in 6 strips of bacon. Mm-hmm. I set the timer for 10 minutes, and I lightly peppered them.
Oh, you peppered the bacon?
I peppered the bacon.
The bacon's already peppered.
Not the kind I bought.
Oh.
It was raw, straight up.
I like to buy the uncured bacon.
I get the low sodium one, whatever that one is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's uncured or not. I'd have to look.
Just get regular next time and give me your extra sodium.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll save it in the pan. It's like the air fryer is like the George Foreman. All the grease goes to the bottom.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it comes out at that 10-minute mark. It'll come out. I flip it halfway too. It comes out bright red and just crispy. If you like crispy bacon.
Yeah.
It's not raw, like soft at all. It's like literally like it just flakes in your hand, but not burnt. There's no blackened, burned, or nothing. You know, like you put it in the oven, sometimes it comes out black and burned and like totally ruined. Mm-hmm. It was like ultra crispy, but like red and like glazed
Glazed.
in a way.
Yeah.
It was the best bacon I've made like at home.
God, now.
Dude, it's like I'm telling you, man. Like this thing has changed my life. We literally cook with it at minimum 4 nights a week
Yeah.
lately since we've gotten it.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. And also like
I mentioned
I'm not a big vegetables guy, to be honest with you.
You're right.
But like now that I got this, I can make better tasting vegetables.
Yeah.
So that's been going down too.
Man, we talked about it a little bit ago, and I went home and mentioned it to Jess, and exactly what I thought she was going to say is what happened.
Where are we gonna put it?
Yeah, she's like, I really need like another appliance. I said, well, talking to Dean today, I'm kind of leaning towards yes, we do need another appliance actually.
I'm gonna start. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to start sending Jess pictures of every meal I cook in it.
Send her photos.
And then she'll be like, okay, fine, I'll let Danny buy it.
Gotta do it.
And get her on. Once she sees the quality of food that comes out of that thing.
Oh, I believe it. But it's just funny, it's like you got
it's another thing for sure.
It's like
and ours was a gift, and like, what are you gonna do?
Crock pot. Then we got our Instapot. The Instapot was the last thing she got that was like like an on countertop thing. We do not have a toaster oven.
I mean, we have it, but it's like in the garage, I think.
Yeah, you don't need a toaster oven.
You don't.
Why don't you just use a regular oven?
Just use a broil, yeah.
Use a broil.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like, I don't know, I guess I get it. Like smaller area.
It's like super quick, convenient. Okay, bagel, cut in half, throw it in, doing done.
But why not just a toaster? I don't know, whatever.
You gotta preheat.
People like different
preheat.
appliances, I guess. Yeah.
I guess the thing has to preheat too, though.
I think it's preheat. I'm not sure.
Pop-Tarts.
So
you don't gotta like stick your hand in the oven, I guess, either. I don't know. I get it, but like, I don't use it.
So check it out when I said, so you said you had breakfast for dinner the other night.
Mm-hmm. Last night.
And that was you had bacon last night?
Bacon, eggs, and gluten-free pancakes.
Oh.
With sugar-free syrup.
Did you, eggs with scrambled or over medium?
Over medium.
Mm.
Yep. A little bit of,
Slightly runny yolk.
Nah, these were a little bit more over medium than normal.
Mm.
Just left them in there a little too long.
Yeah.
But they were still good.
Yeah.
We just like made a little bit of sriracha or something on the eggs.
Yeah. So, I been doing for breakfast.
Gluten-free waffle, not pancakes, by the way.
Oh yeah. Same batter.
Same batter.
You just pour it in
different machine.
Different machine.
Yeah. And those were those are so good. I love I can only do them like once every couple months because I'm not like a big like bready sweets guy like for I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going the exact opposite route for breakfast. A while ago, I did this whole like microbiome protocol, like to get your gut health better. So you just cut out a bunch of different foods, and one of those things, you cut out a bunch of foods for 14 days, and then after 14 days, you can introduce some of them back. Ones that like probably aren't an issue, but it's like not really sure. And then after another week, then you can introduce more things. Then like eventually 30 days down the road, you're good to go. Or 7 weeks. 7 weeks later, you can eat whatever as long as the questionable foods don't make up more than like whatever 20-30% of your diet. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go 14 or 21 days, and like one of the things to cut out during that time frame is eggs, and I have eggs like every day. And so okay, the eggs may not be a problem, but for some people they may be. So it's like
Because it's a dairy.
No, it's not a dairy. It's an egg.
Eggs aren't dairy, huh?
Eggs are not dairy.
For some reason I thought they were.
A lot of times people do that. Because I think eggs are grouped with dairy, like in like pictures and stuff a lot, you know. But no, but in it's just like what's the chicken been eating type thing. If the chicken's been eating a shit ton of grains, like some of that, whatever, the omega profile may not be favorable. And also, I think in the not the yolk, but in the whites, the egg white. A lot of that is to protect the yolk, and so also there may be some proteins in the egg white that may irritate some stomachs. Right. So it's like, well, we're just not sure if it's going to bother you particularly or not. So you just cut them out for 21 days, and then after that you can add them back in or whatever. So in the meantime, you're like, all right, well, I'm not eating eggs for breakfast, and I normally do, but I got to eat something. And then also they want you to eat more prebiotic foods, which are the foods that the gut bacteria eats on themselves. Right? So some of those foods are like onion, garlic, and then there's a bunch of other stuff also, but those are like two of the things. So I was like, man, well, what I would actually do is chop up half an onion, a clove of garlic, put it in the frying pan with like, just like a crisp with a little bit of butter or a little bit of like, like refined lard or whatever, some sort of fat. And then as that like cooks down a little bit, you kind of brown the onions. Then I throw some whatever meat in there, like some ground beef in there with it. So you end up with like this little ground beef, onion, garlic kind of scramble type thing.
Sounds good.
It's so good, but it's like not really a traditional breakfast thing because it's like onion, garlic, ground beef. But so lately I've been doing that again because I felt really good when I was following that microbiome protocol. I'm not doing it as strict. I'm keeping the eggs in, but I'm making a point to eat more prebiotic and probiotic foods.
So what is the gut health, as far as like your gut health, what do you not feel like as opposed to how your guts or how your stomach might have felt before that?
So basically...
Because I don't feel like, I can't recall myself having any gut issues or like bathroom issues unless I know that like I ate a bunch of shit.
For sure.
And I'm going to like be having some stinky farts or like some... like I ate ice cream and cookies, like, okay, I understand what's going on here.
So here's the situation is I don't have any gut issues. Like, I eat and everything's fine. I mean, like I said, if I drink a couple beers and the next day I have the beer shits, like, that's to be expected, right?
Yeah.
But just, like, normal every day, I don't have issues. What brought it about is I have a friend, and she's a nurse, and she got a job working for Kaiser in their oncology, and she does cancer research. So she reads all the most recent peer-reviewed journal articles on cancer and just everything about that, and then informs the oncologists and works with Kaiser themselves, like on their anti-cancer stuff.
So it's more just clearing out toxins.
So I was talking to her, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. So I was talking to her, and we were talking about that, and I said, well, have you changed some things you do in your life because of your, what you do now? She's like, oh shit, yeah. Like I make it a bunch. Like there are a handful of things that all these studies show, like unequivocally pretty much, yes, this is an issue. Like if you do this, you have a 50% higher risk of cancer. Like that's like proven multiple times, right?
So I should lay off the hungry mans.
So yeah, that's why I said, what are the, just give me like three. Like what are three changes like I can make that, right? And one was, she goes, well, you got to read this book, The Microbiome Diet. It's written, it talks about weight loss a lot when it's written because that's how you sell a book. But just read it, and every time it says for weight loss, just replace in your mind for optimum health, right? And I was like, all right. And it's by Kelman. I think his last name is Kelman.
Does it have like a little space where you just like fill in the blank?
It should be. I just actually got one of those like a whiteout.
Yeah.
And I just whited out every time for weight loss and wrote in optimal health.
You did?
No,
Oh.
I'm just kidding. No, in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
So that was one, and then all skincare products. It's like anything that has parabens in it. Like basically, parabens absolutely cause cancer. So you look at sunscreen, makeups, deodorants, all that
pretty
type
much
of
everything
stuff
we use daily
on your skincare stuff. A lot of skincare stuff, and one of the last ingredients will be like oxyparaben or cetylparaben or something. Like anything that ends in paraben, like those parabens have absolutely been proven to cause issues.
I'm still going strong on the Bare like essential oil style body wash.
Yeah,
like, I've completely taken out, and I'm still using regular deodorant, but like at least I'm not doubling down.
No, that's it. Like soap, for example, we use the Dr. Boners.
Yep.
Dr. Bronner's.
Yep.
Whatever.
We use like the bar natural soap too.
Oh, dude, the bar soap. I do use a natural. So the natural deodorant's tricky because it takes a while. Because some of them, I'm like, oh, this one works okay, but then it irritates like the oils in it, even though it's natural oils. Just maybe it's like the natural scent or whatever. It would actually kind of like cause a rash, like irritate my armpits, which is funny.
You like grow like immunity to it.
Well, no, I just use less, or I just switch brands. So I finally found a brand that I like, but that works and everything.
Or maybe I'd give it a chance.
But you got to go through a couple. Like I can tell you the one I use now, but
I'll give it a go.
And then sunscreens, like swapped out all our sunscreens for like natural ones that are paraben free.
See, I'm not a very
shampoos, conditioners, all that shit has parabens in it.
I'm not a huge sunscreen guy.
Yeah, well, you got that nice Italian skin.
Yeah, but I still get burned out pretty bad.
Yeah.
I need to be better with it, but then I'll use like whatever's like around, right?
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't
as much. I'm not in the sun as much. When I taught PE, it was part of my morning routine. I put sunscreen on my face every single morning before leaving the house.
Yeah, you're outside all day, Santa. Like I feel like and now when you get older, you're just not out in the sun as much.
No. And
like fuck that. I'm staying inside.
The third one actually doesn't apply to me or us, but birth control.
Okay.
Is birth control with ladies. Like anything that like fucks with your hormones basically is
Unnatural.
you're asking
Anything that
for.
takes your natural body's
Yeah.
like habits and changes them.
Yeah.
Probably not the best thing for you.
Yeah. And like with birth control specifically, it's a major issue because a lot of times like these younger teens, not even like old, like younger teens are having, acne issues and stuff like that. And one of the solutions, pediatricians actually are putting people on birth control, to take care of that type of thing. And it's like, man, at their age and with their hormones just kind of, that's still in process of it normalizing anyway. And then you're fucking that up. Like it's interesting. So all that circles around to that microbiome diet. And so I felt fine before I started doing it, but I said, I'm going to do this, give it a go just to see what's up. She said I should do it. I'm down to try things. So I did the protocol, and what happened was, the whole theory is, certain foods irritate your stomach, so they create micro tears, and then food leaches through those openings, and then you get things from your stomach into your bloodstream that shouldn't be in there, but if your stomach lining is healthy, and you eat things that would normally irritate it, or things that are bad for you, or different chemicals in foods, or GMO foods, stuff like that, your body just processes them. Like your stomach lining is designed to process foods and filter out bad things, so you shit out the bad stuff and only absorb the good things. It's designed to do that. So it's not really a huge problem to eat those things, or if you eat those things on accident, or very rarely. The problem
not working
is,
on overdrive all the time.
Correct. So the problem is if you're eating things that are, for example, GMO stuff on a daily basis, or just different gut irritants on a daily basis, your stomach cannot process those, and you get these little tears in your stomach lining, and then those things that you're supposed to be filtering out leach into your bloodstream. And that's what wreaks havoc on your system. So, and your microbiome, like the bacteria in your stomach, some of those things also, like refined sugars and such, will be feeding the bad bacteria, and then the good, healthy bacteria that helps process foods gets starved out because the colonies of bad bacteria overpower it. So the whole idea is you want to get rid of or diminish the unhealthy stomach bacteria. You want to increase the colonies of healthy gut bacteria and heal your stomach lining. If you
get it back to like working
to get it back to
high level working order.
Correct. So you get it back to 100%. Then what happens is once you're back to 100%, as long as you just eat 80% good, you can consume up to 20 to 30% of your diet can include those foods that are not ideal, but your stomach can handle that because it can heal itself because it was 100%. So like, you know what I mean? It can actually, it has time to repair the stomach lining, and but all that can't happen unless you get to like 90 or 100%. Otherwise, you're just fighting this battle, but you're fighting from a defensive position.
Yeah, get on the offensive side.
So once you get on the high side, right, and then you can fight off those other things and maintain your health. Right?
Interesting.
So part of that, you want to consume a probiotic and a prebiotic food in most meals from varied sources, and then
berries and stuff.
Berries. So a lot of prebiotic. So probiotics are the actual bacteria themselves. Prebiotics are the fibers and foods that the bacteria feed on. So probiotic things such as, natural yogurts, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha. A lot of times you get pickles that are naturally fermented, not vinegar, but actually fermented. Like Bubby's actually has really good dill pickles that are
interesting.
Yeah.
I just go with the regular.
Yeah.
Who makes those?
Yeah.
The blue jar.
Kosher dills or whatever.
Yeah.
And then,
God, I love pickles.
Pickles are so good. Dude, you got to get the Bubbies.
I'll try them.
Get the Bubbies. They're so good.
They probably taste just as good, right?
Oh, they're great. Well, they're better because they're not super vinegary because it's natural brine. So it's different, yeah.
Okay. Does it taste more like a cucumbery?
No, it tastes like a dill pickle still. It's hard to describe. I don't know. They're just good. Yeah. They're like fresh tasting. They're really fresh.
Okay.
But like natural fresh, not like...
Yeah, I'm down to make a switch on that.
And then the prebiotic foods, carrots, onions, garlic, jicama, those types of things. So yeah, just try and eat healthy bacteria and the foods that feed those.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's all. So what I noticed when I did it is that not only I felt really good, but just with like hunger regulation. When I was following that protocol pretty strict, I would never get like the hangry thing. You're like, oh man, I could eat, but you're never like, oh god, I have to eat.
Yeah, you're
right?
just,
You just
like,
have a
you're
lot
not
better regulation of everything.
Yeah, you're never. They always say like if you're thirsty, then you're dehydrated.
Right, exactly.
Or if you're hungry, then you're like you don't have enough food in your body.
I didn't crave any sort of sweets. I didn't crave any sort of dairy. I didn't have because a lot of times those cravings are actually driven from gut bacteria. So there's like bacteria in your stomach that feed off dairy as their primary source. Mm-hmm. So then what happens if you like drink a glass of milk for breakfast and then don't have any dairy the rest of the day? Those bacteria in your stomach are like, motherfucker, I want some dairy, and they actually signal your brain to make you want dairy. Isn't that a trip?
Yeah.
So your stomach bacteria is actually like communicating with your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
And that's like real science. That's real shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, like you have no cravings. You actually crave like healthy foods. You're craving like carrots, like prebiotic foods. You're like, oh, the bacteria must want that.
There's something about a really good cooked carrot, like in like a stew.
Oh yeah.
Just like a nice, good, like
salty,
nice, good, like roasted, like chuck roast stew with some carrots and onion.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that sounds so good right now.
Who doesn't like stew?
The celery, carrot, onion. And that's about all you need. Maybe some potato if you want some potato.
If you want some potato, it's up to you.
Yeah. You can make that in a crock pot. 8 hours. Delicious.
Oh.
Literally just all those things I just said.
Yep.
Throw them in the crock pot with the meat.
Yep.
Dump in some beef broth.
That's it.
Turn that thing on for 8 hours. You got stew for the next 3 days for meals.
That's it. We actually have some right now.
Yeah, that's good.
We had some couple days. That's actually what I've been making my breakfast thing with. I've been doing garlics, onions, and then some of that stew meat.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I put, just to give it a shot, it was raining. Wasn't going to go hit the barbecue. Threw some New York strip steaks in the air fryer.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I'll tell you what. It was like, if you consider a barbecue like a 10 out of 10 for like taste to time ratio or whatever, I would give this a solid like 8 out of 10.
Pretty close.
Like it was like almost the same.
Yeah.
The meat was super crispy on the edges where the fat is on the New York strip, like how you want it.
Yeah.
You know, like charred like you would get on a barbecue. The top could have been a little bit more like that.
Only downside, no flare-ups.
No flare-ups, no greasy fires popping up.
Yeah, if there's not a greasy fire when I'm cooking my steaks, I'm not interested.
You know, and it does. I would suggest it obviously for somebody who doesn't mind like a more medium steak, not like you don't want to like do like a raw, like rare steak.
Yeah.
Like it's not good for that. But if you like a more medium well steak, or you just don't really care, you just want like a good steak and you don't want to go outside because it's raining and you got an air fryer.
This thing in.
Pop it in there. I just covered it with Himalayan sea salt and freshly ground pepper, both sides, pretty liberally, and then tossed it in there for 25 minutes or 20 minutes, and I just rotated it and kind of kept an eye on it.
And then, the mess. So a lot of times Jess cooks our steaks like in a frying pan, if we're not going to get the barbecue on, whatever. But then like there's a lot of
cleanup.
Well, because there's like a little splatter from that, and then there's like all the steam coming off that thing is pretty tough. Like the fan can't get that in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, dude, they're lighting you up.
These are just spam.
They're pumped up. I want to talk to you.
Spam.
No. So, Dean, you gonna work out today? You got your workout picked out?
I haven't picked it out yet, but I am working out today at some point. Yesterday I did. Yesterday was death by pull-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Death
14
by
rounds.
14 rounds, which is technically 15 pull-ups in that round because you start on 0. So
you finished the 15s.
Finished the 15s with like 1 second to go. And I said, you know what, that'll do.
I don't need to do 11 pull-ups in the next minute.
And there was
prove to myself I can't do a 16th.
And it was a struggle. Those last like 3 or 4 were like hard as fuck.
Singles.
And I was like, man, like I felt like I was gonna do better than that. I thought I was gonna get in the 20s for some reason.
Dude, add them up.
And then I did, and I was like, okay, that was 105.
Yeah.
So I did 105 pull-ups in 14 minutes. Obviously, like I could have done them faster than that, maybe because you're only doing 1, and then you're waiting for a minute.
Yeah.
And then if anybody that's listening that doesn't know what death by anything is, basically the minute that you're on, you do that many reps. Or like say you start on 0, you do 1 rep.
So you do
then
1,
when the minute hits, you do 2 reps.
Right.
Then when the 2 minute mark hits, you do 3 reps.
Right. So you do 1 in the first minute, 2 in the second minute, 3 in the third minute, 4 in the fourth.
And then you wait
until you can't do it anymore.
Can't do it anymore. And for some reason I thought I was going to go farther, but our running only stuff.
You gotta start working those in.
Well,
like Griff.
I don't know, but not even that one's not on that in that area. These aren't even like, these aren't even like CrossFit related running things.
It's just like Run 5.
It's just running, which like I was not signing up for. Like I want to do CrossFit workouts. Yeah. I'm up in the air if I'm even going to do those at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
why would you finish something you started?
Yeah, no, exactly. And just do all the. But I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying.
But like, it wasn't like these aren't even CrossFit related workouts.
I'm gonna have to see this list, and we'll judge this together.
We'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back to it. But it's like literally like it's like something like a track athlete should be doing, like working on like a lot of these I would have to go with someone else to a track and have them like
it's like run
with a stop
800s.
Yeah, or like there's shit like that. Yeah, like 100-meter sprints with like certain allotted like time in between. Like I'd have to have like a stopwatch or someone there with me doing it. Yeah. It's not like the whole point of this thing was like convenience, right?
Yeah.
But the rest of them though, there is a lot of running workouts that are CrossFit related.
Right.
And that have running in them.
Well, like
those are all separated from this separate list.
Like the one I did yesterday I was telling you about. It was like you run 800 meters. And then there's 5 rounds of 10 handstand push-ups, 10 pistols, and then run 800 meters.
Oh, there's all kinds of that kind of stuff in there.
So I get to the gym, and I had like 30 minutes till I coached the class. And I was like, man, I kind of wanted to, I've been working out, trying to get an extra day in, and I've been feeling pretty good, so like, I really want to get it in. I don't really have time to warm up, though. I have like 30 minutes to do this thing, and a lot of people's times are around like that 20-minute mark. So I'll finish before that, but still. And so I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. But it was raining. I'm like, if I do this thing with this shirt, and it was like a light blue shirt too.
So
it's me soaked, and I'm gonna be like coaching this class with this soaking wet shirt on, you know.
Yeah, you just gotta pop it off.
So I just before I even started, I said, "All right, bud, I'm just going full douchebag.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lose this thing before it even starts." And it's raining outside, and so now there I am. I'm the guy who's running through the parking lot with the shirt off in the rain.
That's right.
But fuck it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Whatever.
You can't have that soggy shirt weighing you down. Actually, there's a workout I just saw the other day on my list that was 50 pull-ups.
I'll tell you this, though. The first run was a little chilly.
Oh, was it?
And, one more. I'm going out, and I was running. I'm like, I'm going too fast. And I said, I should try to, because this is going to be the trouble later. So I'm going to slow down. I said, well, I'm actually not trying that hard. That's interesting. I'm really kind of moving along here. And then it hit me. I wonder what's going to feel like when I turn around. See, I was experiencing what you could refer to as a headwind. And I turn around, and it was like running through sand, like through like wet cement. And I was like, fuck, man, if I would have seen this coming earlier, I would have enjoyed that run out a lot more. Yeah. The out and back, the back was much, much harder than the out.
Yeah, pushing you back.
It's a problem with running in the storm.
Yeah, you gotta embrace the storm sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one on the list that's coming up. I'm gonna do soon, though. It was like 3 rounds, 50 pull-ups, 800-meter run.
Ooh.
There's a lot of crazy shit on there like that.
Wear those grips.
Oh,
That's hand tear city.
I wear them all the time. Shout out to
Bear Complex.
I actually was going to send them a picture. I realized they were following my personal page, and I was going to send them a DM of like the grips. Be like, hey man, because I bought them, I bought them. Went on roguefitness.com, bought my fucking Bear Complex grips.
Well, I'm just going to say right here in front of everybody, that's a no-brainer for a giveaway item.
Yeah.
We should contact him.
You know what? Like, I think it's something that we kind of always do, but like, I really believe in that product. It's a good product. Yeah. I love them.
There it is. Well, I think time's up.
Time's up.
This has been an episode of Gas Station Cappuccino. Hey, if you liked it, let us know. Leave us a review. Give us a review. Let us know what you think. You can also email us at podcast@caffeineandkeels.com. Do you like abrupt endings? Do you not like abrupt endings?
We want that 100 review mark. I think we're at about 50.
We got to double down.
We need about 100.
Tell your friends.
I want 100 reviews.
Tell your friends.
What should we do to get 100 reviews?
The guys got to do it. They just got to do it.
Yeah. If you're listening and you haven't already given a review.
I wonder how much they cost on Fiverr. I wonder how much we could buy 100 reviews for on Fiverr.
Like fake reviews? That's a joke.
No, I know.
No, I mean, like, I can't believe that people actually do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's sad.
No, yeah, it's really bad.
But, yeah, leave us a review.
I told you about the guy I know that hired someone on Fiverr to run his fantasy football team.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's pretty funny.
That's money on the line.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
Alrighty. See you.